you shine so bright, beaming in the night. Lay down your worries, you are not behind. I know how it feels to wonder why you're not where you want to be in life. Hey y'all, welcome back to PalominoIntuitive. Thank y'all so much for joining me. My name is Star and I'm an intuitive reader. So if you are a returning subscriber, then you will probably notice that the setting has changed. I was recording downstairs in my gym / living room, but this is really my sacred space. And before I just didn't want to record in here for some reason, but today I was on my moon cycle and I wasn't really feeling it, which is also why this video is coming later tonight versus like in the afternoon when I usually post, because I just wasn't feeling it. And now I'm feeling a little bit better, but I did feel like I needed to record in here so that I could just be the most comfortable. So that's what I'm doing. You know, I got my womb tea here. I handmade this tea, thank you very much. You know, get into it. But yeah, so today we're going to be doing a reading. I'm taking a break on the zodiac readings. I will put the next video I post will be a zodiac reading, but I'm posting this reading for so that we can get some insight and advice for this Mercury retrograde that we're entering into right now in Aquarius. I have not looked up really anything about this except for the dates, which I believe it starts tomorrow, which is January 13th, and ends on February 3rd. But I have seen different dates, so you know, don't quote me on the actual dates. But this Mercury retrograde is in Aquarius, so we're gonna just channel some information. I prefer to channel my own information rather than reading articles when it comes to stuff like this. So yeah. Before I start, I'm gonna go ahead and just light my incense. Well, actually, hold on. First, I'm gonna do my protection. I usually never do this on camera, but I was like, why not? Why not bring you guys into the little things that I do before reading? So this is some protection oil that I made probably about 2 years ago. Still got some left, still going strong, okay? Spirit, at this time, I ask that you protect me, this reading, and all of my audience from any negativity, for any low vibrational energy, entities, beings, spirits, thoughts, people, or opinions. Spirit, I also ask at this time that you help me to channel to the best of my abilities, and that you help me to communicate your messages in a way that my audience can fully understand and resonate with. Thank you, Spirit. Also, I'm grateful for the opportunity to have the gifts that I have. I thank you so much. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. I don't know if it's buoyant enough. All right, and headphone users beware, I'm about to play my sound bowl for a little bit. Just a little bit. I clear this space and I clear my mind for a peaceful and insightful reading. Boom. All right, so let's get into it. Let me get a sip of my tea. Okay. Spirit, what do we need to know about this Mercury retrograde in Aquarius? What do we need to know about this Mercury retrograde in Aquarius? I'm getting a lot of roller coasters, like take me for a ride roller coaster. So I feel like this is like a roller coaster of emotions. That's too many cards. A roller coaster of like emotions. I'm hearing somebody's gonna take something personally that they should not take personally. With this being a Mercury retrograde, which Mercury rules communication, our mind, I hope this isn't like, I hope this is a decent angle of, you know, what's happening. But yeah, Mercury is Mercury rules the mind, communication, I'm just thinking of a lot of mental energy with Mercury, and then also with Aquarius backing that up, being like a air sign. I feel like this is kind of like, some people are going to experience, I want to say, paranoia, or like just like rampant negative thoughts. I think this also is kind of just in line, if you think about how I want to get, well, no, I'll start with 3 cards actually. But you know how like in the beginning of the year, everybody's really happy, really positive. I feel like the Mercury retrograde is falling in a time where, like, even if it wasn't Mercury retrograde, I think that a lot of people's like new year happiness is gonna start to wear off. And so you just may be dealing with, like, if you've been doing really good with like a new habit, I feel like this Mercury retrograde could bring you the kind of energy where you start doubting yourself on if it's working, or you just become more susceptible to like procrastination or like old patterns. It's kind of like, what I'm getting with this is kind of like a test to see if old patterns are going to reemerge, or like if you're really going to allow old patterns to reemerge. So let's look at the cards. We have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, the 10 of Cups, and then the King of Pentacles. Okay. Let's try to get them in focus. Okay, so this is the energy that I'm getting with this card. Okay, so with these cards, it's kind of like reaffirming what I was just saying, where I feel like there's a lot of new things that we started in the past 2 weeks of this new year, and they're gonna I feel like this Mercury retrograde is just kind of gonna like shake up what our current stability is, and I think it's going to be in order to push us in this direction. But like I said, it can kind of trigger people to go into old habits, old beliefs, old comfort zones. Does that make sense? Because I feel like for the most part, if you're watching this, you are focused on happiness, you're focused on emotional fulfillment, you're focused on your goals, you're focused on your finances, you're focused on maturing. But there's like something within this retrograde that I feel like is going to knock you off course, because it's going to tamper with your stability. For some of you, that's going to be your financial, like, you know, monetary type of stability. For others of you, it's going to be like your mental stability or your emotional stability. Like, there's just excuse me, like I said, it's like kind of throwing a test at you to see like if you will revert into old patterns. Okay, but with the 10 of with the 10 of Cups here and the King of Pentacles, I do feel like we're very focused. So I feel like honestly, like I feel like this Mercury retrograde, like if you've been putting the work in, and when I say putting in the work in, I mean if you've been on your like self-awareness journey or your spiritual journey for a while now, and you're okay with like accepting responsibility for your actions and your decisions, and you're okay with accepting accountability, then I think that you'll be fine. I think that this Mercury retrograde is really going to most heavily knock people off of course who were only on the course to pretend anyways. Like, because like I said, it's like this is happening at a time of year where a lot of people start falling off anyways. Like, you know, like January 1st, everybody's in the gym, but then by February, those numbers are probably cut in half. So it's like that kind of energy where it's like, this time is going to really test who's really about their growth and who really was only doing it because it was the trend at the moment to have a New Year's resolution, or to say that I'm growing, or to say that I have this goal or that goal. But this is going to show who's really about it, I feel like. And so, like I said, I think it's going to hit for different people in different ways. So let's look. I'm going to pull some oracle cards. Let's see. Yeah, we have crown chakra. So this is definitely something, like I said, it's like spiritual test. And it's, like I said, it felt like a roller coaster at first. Like, I just feel like, and then we have 43. So 43 might be significant for some of you. Also on the number 7. It just feels like a spiritual test. Like, because it doesn't, like, there's been some Mercury retrogrades where it's like, this one is going to smack everybody. Like, and with this one, it's like, it's going to test everybody, but it's not like, I'm not getting an energy where like people that are self-aware and people that have been disciplined are needing to worry about this, honestly. Like, I really feel like whatever this throws at people that have been doing the work, they're going to be able to overcome it. This Mercury retrograde, like I said, is really going to kind of expose who's really about their journey and who really was only faking it. That's what I just keep wanting to say. That's what I just keep wanting to say here. Spirit, what else do we need to know about this upcoming Mercury retrograde in Aquarius? What advice and what do we need to know about this upcoming Mercury retrograde in Aquarius? We have the Prophet. So again, we have the Prophet, and underneath we have the Fawn, which is about new beginnings. So yeah, this is very much giving me like, just really stay focused. I think their advice here really is just to stay focused on your path regardless of what is thrown at you, because I feel like, again, the word roller coaster is coming through to me. And so I feel like it's just going to be really, I feel like this is going to, like I said, it's going to affect our stability in one way or another, because Aquarius is known to shake things up. Aquarius is that unconventional energy. So if something in your life seems to kind of turn upside down or just starts becoming different than what you were used to, don't become too don't take it personally. That's also something that I remember I said in that's also something that I remember I said in the beginning of this reading, is to not take things personally, because I feel like this is not about you. Like, and when I say that, I mean like universally, like spiritually, this Mercury retrograde or whatever challenges that we might deal with, they're not individual to us. So one piece of advice is, when this is happening, if something happens that alters your stability at the moment, don't take it personal to feel like, oh, this is happening to me because I did something wrong or because I'm not doing something right. Just remember that this is something that everyone is going through collectively, and it just affects everyone in different ways. So for example, if your job shuts down, if you lose your job, if, I don't know, your friend starts acting weird, like, don't take these types of things personally. Just focus on your goals, focus on tapping in with spirit, because I feel like an answer will be given. Because even though we have this Four of Pentacles here, which is letting me know that there's going to be a disruption in your stability, I am literally seeing the Ten of Cups and the King of Pentacles here. So clearly whatever this is not enough to actually throw you off course. It's, like I said, it's just a test to see if you will let it throw you off course, basically. So the advice here is to just really stay tapped in, really stay faithful, and stay focused. I also feel like seek wisdom from within. With this Crown Chakra card, and then also this Prophet here with this serpent, it's like seek wisdom from within. Because I also feel like if everyone is going through this collectively, and like I said, this energy is trying to expose people who are really serious about their journey and their growth versus people that are just doing it for a show, or doing it because they think it's the trendy thing to do, but they're not actually taking their healing seriously. They're not actually being accountable or being responsible for their decisions and actually like growing. If that's happening, there's going to be people who use this Mercury retrograde and who use whatever disruptions are coming into their lives as a reason to spread negativity or to spread doubt, you know. So when I say another piece of advice is to seek wisdom from within, meaning don't pay attention to necessarily like what's going on in the news. Don't really worry too much about, you know, what's happening in the world or what's happening around you, because Aquarius is like that communal energy, like that humanitarian energy. So there probably is going to I feel like there's going to be something, you know, with the pandemic that like gets worse. There might be some lockdowns announced, or there might be some more mandates trying to go around, and I just feel like the world is going to feel very tense in this time, because like I said, there's things that are affecting people's stability. For a lot of people, it is going to be things such as lockdowns, but for others of you, if it's not affecting your physical stability in that way, it's going to be something, like I said, in a relationship where maybe somebody's acting weird. But it probably is, like I said, don't take it personal, because it has nothing to do with you. It's probably something that they're going through on their own, that they just aren't in a place where they're emotionally ready or able to express it properly. So it might just come out in them being shady or being distant or something like that. But like I said, for a lot of people, they're going to succumb to fear. They're going to succumb to doubt. So if you're watching this reading and you feel like you're resonating with what I've said so far, then you're someone who needs to seek your own wisdom and not listen to the fear and not listen to the doubts that are around you, okay? Because you have happiness within your path, okay? Those of you, like I said, that are drawn to this reading, you don't really have to worry about whatever's going on. If there's a lockdown, if there's anything like that, you guys will have a way out. You will get guidance on how to navigate your way through whatever obstacle is thrown in front of you, whatever disruption to your stability comes into play, okay? So the next card that we have is Owl Spirit in reverse. You see clearly now. So yeah, with this card in reverse, and the owl is again a bird of wisdom, it's like you need to seek wisdom from within, because the world around you is going to become very foggy. Okay, I really feel like this has a lot to do with the pandemic and like jab mandates. I know everybody has the way they feel about that, but if you've been watching this channel, if you're drawn to this channel, then I can pretty much assume that you're someone who knows that this is not about our health, that this is about control. And I think that you are maneuvering around that. And so like I said, try not to start taking too much advice or getting too much. I feel like you guys aren't even going to take advice from other people, but it's really like protecting your energy from other people, which is actually crazy because I just bought a piece of jewelry that is protective, like, because I just felt called to, like, I felt like I needed to. And, you know, by the time all this happens, I'll have it probably, but that's just so interesting. Like, and I even felt called to come into my space and to just do more things that I do with my protection tools and things like that. So yeah, it's just like, definitely go within. And again, we have another 43. So yeah, 43 might be very relevant to you guys, and the number 7. Definitely, like I said, seek your own advice, seek your own wisdom, talk to spirit, meditate. Look into independent news sources. If you are someone who wants to still keep up with news, watch independent news sources. Don't allow yourself to be lied to from mainstream media and things like that. I'm really seeing that coming through because I feel like with this Aquarius energy, it has a lot to do with the world. And I think that it's important to kind of, I don't even want to say go into your shell, but just like protect yourself, okay? My boyfriend is about to come in the house, so there's going to be some noise. Sorry, but I want to keep going because I'm tapped in right now. So Spirit, what advice and wisdom do we have for this upcoming Mercury retrograde in Aquarius? Okay, so we have chakra clearing. By clearing your chakras, you open yourself up to profound wisdom. Oh, don't you got to put the hand behind it or something? I don't know. But yeah, when you cleanse your chakras, you open yourself up to profound wisdom. So clearly there's a message here about wisdom. And I think that this, not only is this Mercury retrograde going to kind of like shake up your stability, I think it's going to remove things from our lives that are not needed, that we may not be ready to remove, or that we feel like we still need for. I feel like there's kind of like the energy of like a band-aid being ripped off. So yeah, definitely don't, if you're watching this reading, some more advice that I'm feeling is to, like I said, to not take the changes personal, but to also remember that better is going to come in its place. So for example, if some of you lose a job or get laid off or furloughed due to like a lockdown or something like that, don't like, look for the opportunities, look for what this took away from your life that was not helping, so that you can focus on what could be brought into your life that will overall improve how you're moving. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, I feel like whatever is leaving your life is something that was meant to. So for example, like I said, if you lose a job, you probably were not happy there anyway, and there's probably something, that job probably had bad energy, or they're probably trying to force things onto you that you were not willing to accept. So don't take it personal. Also, if this is like a relationship that leaves your life, this person was probably going through something or carrying some type of negative energy that they were kind of brushing off to you without even realizing it, that you don't need in your life. So definitely don't take things personal over this Mercury retrograde. If something leaves your life, let it leave. Now, with that being said, this is not to say like that you should like actively remove people from your life, because I don't feel like this is that kind of energy. I feel like this is divine intervention kind of energy, where if something is meant to be removed, it'll be removed on its own. Okay, so we have take a trip, go see some new shit, go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. So yeah, for some of you, you're going to use this as an opportunity to expand and to grow, especially if your job, I feel like, closes. We also have, you're going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. Okay, so there's definitely like this double-edged sword energy of like, there's definitely going to be some things that are unexpected, that are things that are happening that are unexpected, that can seem negative in the moment, but it will be used in a way, or if you're focused and you follow your spiritual guidance, spirit will use it in a way to propel you forward towards your goals and towards your emotional fulfillment and happiness and more stability. Okay, because we're going from the Four of Pentacles here to the King of Pentacles. So whatever is leaving your life is something that is not even really meant to be in your happily ever after anyway. So like I said, for some of you, it's probably going to be a job that you couldn't really quit, but that the job closes or something, or you know, you get fired or something like that. Or for some of you, it could be something where, like I said, a friendship or relationship leaves your life, but you're kind of happier about it in the end anyways, because you'll realize that the person really wasn't bringing positivity into your life. It's like that kind of energy. That kind of energy where it's like it starts off as a curse, or it looks like a curse, but it's really a blessing in disguise, like that kind of energy. So to go ahead and wrap this up, let's go ahead and look into some self-care advice. So how can we take care of ourselves during this Mercury retrograde? So we have family. Okay, I feel like the same way how I said, like, I feel like these challenges are going to expose who's really on their journey and who's kind of just faking it. I feel like that's the same thing that it's going to do in your personal life. It's going to show you who's really for you and who's not. You know, it'll show you who's really there for you, who really loves you, and who is just around for whatever you can do for them, or who's just around because, you know, you guys are just in the same, like, you guys are in proximity of each other, but they're not you like, you know, those people where it's like when you was in school, it's like y'all were friends, but once the summer ended, once summer came and y'all didn't see each other in class every day, they never talked to you. It's like that kind of energy. Like, it'll expose that, and we will all figure out who is, and not even really figure out, but you'll just see who's really for you. We do have the Ten of Cups, so even if some relationships leave your life, there's going to be more that enter, or the ones that you already have that are meant to stay will start to be highlighted. Okay, so we have journal. Okay, I feel like this Mercury retrograde is going to offer us a lot of reflection time. Definitely a lot of reflection time. I'm really getting lockdown vibes. I really am. I'm not trying to wish that on anybody, because I know that that's obviously not a good thing for most of us, but I do see it happening. But the thing is that I see us still managing to navigate our way through it. If we guys remember the 2020 lockdowns, a lot of people started businesses on lockdown. A lot of people developed new relationships. A lot of people realized a lot about themselves. A lot of people grew spiritually. A lot of people became more self-aware. So again, it's like, if something like this is happening around you, or it's, you know, happening during the retrograde, don't take it as like a negative thing. Use it to your advantage, okay? Because all it is, it's like I say, it's just a test about who is really about their journey and who was just faking it, and who just really wants to be comfortable and wants to just do what they've always done, and who's actually willing to grow and be adaptable, okay? So yeah, for some of you, I am seeing travel still. If there is a lockdown, like, some of you are going to still be traveling, and you'll have a really good experience doing so. We have aromatherapy. Okay, for some of you. And I want to get one more, maybe. With this aromatherapy card, I feel like some of you are going to be getting into like herbalism, or just like more earthy things, herbs, crystals, oils. I see someone like learning more about that. So if you're watching this reading and you're interested in like herbalism or crystals and things like that, I'm getting like jewelry making, anything that you kind of like use your hands for, and you use like natural products or natural tools, like I said, such as herbs, oils, crystals, things like that. I feel like someone will start learning more about that during the retrograde. And just one more card, please. Okay, all right, and we have make a meal. It's the brightness for me, but we have make a meal. Okay, so some of you, again, it's like using your hands, using natural ingredients. Some of you, I feel like, are going to be cooking a lot more in this Mercury retrograde. Like, that's something that's positive that's going to be coming out of it. So really, like, from all of these, like what I'm saying, family, journal, aromatherapy, and make a meal, I think the real self-care that's being advised to us in this time is to really just kind of, these are all things that kind of are done at home. So I am feeling like there might be some type of, you know, lockdown, shutdown, whatever. But I feel like we're going to use this to our advantage. We're going to use this to take care of ourselves, to still be on our journey, to still grow. And I feel like a lot of you have businesses as well, businesses and like creative passions and things that you want to pursue. And this time is going to give you a lot of time to focus on that. So don't allow this to make you feel stagnant, because like I said, it is going to shake up your version of your current vision of stability, or what you have going on right now. But it's definitely making a lot of room for wisdom to come in. We have literally all four of these oracle cards are talking about wisdom, literally all four of them. We have 2 43s, so there's definitely like a lot of wisdom that's going to come through, a lot of insight, a lot of growth, a lot of self-awareness. a lot of spiritual evolution, spiritual transcendence, and this is going to result into physical results. Okay, so definitely more money coming in. For some of you, it could be a better job. For some of you, you might move to take a trip. And, you know, for some of you, it might start off rocky, but you will get to the other side, I feel like, okay? So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, go ahead and leave me a star down below if you finished the entire reading. And also let me know how this reading resonated with you. If you're interested in watching more readings from me, then go ahead and definitely subscribe to the channel. You can check out my short readings on TikTok and Twitter. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading, then you can do so by hitting me up with the email that's down below in the description box. And with that being said, thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.